Our first very short trip with the coaster since the engine's been done. We've come just a few kilometres up into the hills to the Jarrahdale Rest area. As you can see, there's one or two other people around. Nice sunny day at the moment, getting a ton of solar. Got the portable panels out as well as all the panels on top. Did notice when the bus started up she was running a little bit on the rough side, so when it goes back to have the head torqued, I have to get the guys to check that out. I'll have to check it again in the morning and see. I didn't really have a look to see if there was anything coming out the exhaust. It really hasn't been run much since we had the engine done, so it's just a matter of getting it run in now and then getting it torqued, and hopefully in the not too distant future we'll be able to get out and do something a little bit more than this. We're here for a couple of nights. Nice little area up here. Nice of Jarrahdale to provide this area for travellers. Of course it's self-contained rigs, and it's for 3 nights and it's free, so not bad at all. So I'm just going to have a little wander around the area now and test this new camera out, see how it goes. Hopefully I haven't just wasted my time and find that the volume's all blown out because it's reset itself to auto. I'm just about to check that now. Now, as you can see from this shot, there's actually quite a nice concrete pad here, and yes, you can come down and park on that if you want to. Good for those times when it's a bit rainy, I guess. Fair bit of space for people to park up. And facilities include water. You can see the tap just in front of me there, and there should be a dump point over here somewhere. I'm just going to check that out. Just looking back at the concrete area there, got bins here, although look like they need a bit of emptying. And just over to the side here, got the dump point. So really good facilities that Jarrahdale's providing here for travellers. Really nice that shires are making an effort to do these sorts of things these days. There was a time when you couldn't camp anywhere. Nice converted bus over there. And just over the back of the campsite here is the old single men's quarters for what was the timber milling operation here. We refer to these as dog boxes because they're not much more than that in size or in quality, I suppose. They were all done up nicely at one time, but of course the idiot vandals got into them and destroyed them, and putting a fence around them didn't help at all because people just went through it, and now they're teetering on the brink, I suppose. There's not really much condition left in them. You can see all the holes in the walls there. The campsite is just back behind me here, slightly up the rise there, and just off where those wattles are coming out. Nice to see those coming out even though it's July. Just behind that is the old sawmill. There's not much left of that now either, just a couple of old buildings in there which we filmed quite some years ago now. So I'll just go back in now and see what is going on with these little single men's units. I think they're pretty well nearing the point where they may be demolished in the not too distant future. I can't see them being done up again. And of course the idiots who punched all the holes in those little buildings will probably end up with asbestosis at some stage in their lives, because the dust that would have come out of those when they were doing it will end up in their lungs. So in a way, I guess there's a bit of karma at work there. And I suppose that tape is an attempt to keep people out. Not much of an attempt, is it? Can't be too serious. Got the old septic tank down here. It's lid split open, and right next to me here is the old wash house. Of course, there were no facilities at all in the units themselves, and this was the common laundry, wash house and toilets, I suppose. And here we have the entrance to the old sawmill. Looks like they've given up any pretense at closing that off. The gates used to be locked up. Now they appear to be wide open. I might as well go in and just have a quick look around. We've had a look in here before, as well as the signalmen's quarters. There's not a great deal to see in here, unfortunately. Most of it's gone. That wouldn't be a bad spot to come in and park up though. Although I suspect it would be just somewhat discouraged. And this place is gradually collapsing. You can see the whole other side there where the roof has come down. It's a shame they couldn't do anything to preserve these places and do something with them. Great shame that this would all be torn down and bulldozed into the ground, I suppose, at one stage. And another part of our history will be gone. Now that's something I love to see at this time of year. What a gorgeous sight that is, showing us that winter is losing its grip and spring is on the way. These wattles are one of the most stunning plants you'll see in the bush. Nothing much has changed in here since we came and filmed it a few years back. I suppose just a bit more of that roof has collapsed over here, but yeah, really not that much in the way of changes, so not any point in refilming it now, just apart from having a quick look. This is on the opposite side of the road to where the rest area is and to where the other sawmill was. This was also part of a mill at one time. Why they don't do something with it, I don't know. It's been sitting like this for a long time now. You'd think it could be repurposed for something.